going to be starting off in a child's resting pose. So whenever you're ready, you guys can just drop down. And I may be checking my phone, but it's only because I have to, not because I don't want to leave you. All right. So welcome. Like I said, my name is Renee, and this is a Vinyasa Flow. So we're just going to connect with our breath and flow. That just means that it will be one breath at a time. One movement will be moving, connected to our breath. All right, so for child's resting pose, you want your knees nice and wide apart, right to the edges. You want your toes touching, and you're gonna sit back on your heels. Then you're gonna bring yourself forward, and to begin with, rest your elbows and your forearms and the palms of your hands, and most importantly, your forehead down on the mat. Then you close your mouth, you close your eyes, and you just settle into this pose. For most of us, it's quite comfortable. If it's not comfortable for you, make the adjustments you need to make so that you feel comfortable and you're able to connect to your breath. So your mouth will be closed. You'll be breathing in and out through the nose. Awesome. So apparently, the technical difficulties have been fixed. Thank you, Lisa. Wonderful. All right, guys. So settling in, just focusing on your breath and letting go of your day, letting go of your week, and just being present. With your mouth closed, you're just going to breathe in and out through the nose, and you're just going to pay attention to how your body moves as you breathe. So you'll inhale, creating that opening and that expansion in your body, and then as you exhale, you settle, finding yourself settled into the body, not so much in your head, but really dropping down into the body. As you inhale deeply, you create more space in the back of your body as your lungs expand and your rib cage at the back of your body expands. And you just feel really present in the body right now. Not worrying about anything at all. Not allowing your mind to be busy in any way, but just letting yourself settle here. You might connect with an intention, and that's basically the reason why you're in this yoga practice with me this evening. So just connecting with that idea. If nothing else comes to you, I always kind of use as a default intention the idea of staying present. And just seeing what comes up, maybe as you're practicing, an intention will come to you. Just being present and in your body and just feeling the sensations as you lay here for a little bit longer. Forehead is on the mat. And then you're going to start to move very slowly. Just start by extending your hands away from the body, reaching your hands towards the top of your mat. Pushing into the palms of your hands, spreading your fingers wide, and then resting your fingers back down on the mat. Pulling back through the hips, and imagining that someone was pushing down on your hips, on your lower back, so you feel really grounded and really anchored. And from there, you're creeping your fingers away from you so the sides of your body start to feel long. And as you push into the palms of your hands, you might start to feel a little bit of energy zinging through the armpits. Come back to those nice deep inhalations and exhalations. Allowing the back of your body to expand as you inhale and then contract as you exhale. We're going to take this child's resting pose off to the right side first. So lift your gaze just a little. walk your hands over to the right. They'll probably come off your mat. And you have the option here of bending your forearm. So you can rest, bending the elbow, so you can rest your forehead on your forearm. Or you can extend that arm and just rest your forehead on the floor or the mat. Now your focus should be on the left side of your body as you stretch out and lengthen here. Pulling back through that left hip, reaching those left fingers diagonally away from your body. And then just lengthen as you inhale. Feel the rib cage expand. Everything on the left side lengthens and expands as you focus on just breathing here. And you exhale. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to lift our gaze, walk our hands over to the left side, probably coming off the mat. And again, you can rest your forehead or you can bend at the elbow and just rest your forehead on your forearm. Now you're stretching out the right side of your body. So you just think about the right side. Pull that right hip away, reach the right hand away. Inhale, creating lots of length and lots of space through the right side. And you exhale and find yourself settling into this shape a little bit more. We're compressing our hips here. We're lengthening our right side of our body. And really stay connected to our breath because our eyes are closed. We're kind of in this introverted pose. It's easy to really pay attention to the breath because you can hear the breath, you can feel the breath, you can smell the breath. You're really connected to your breath here. Then we're going to take our hands back through center. We're going to walk our hands right to the top of the mat. Bring your knees maybe a little bit closer or maybe backing them up a little. And you're going to sink your heart down towards the mat. So you want to lengthen out the spine. You want to pull back through the hips, reaching the chin, if you can, right onto the mat. Lengthening both sides of the body and bending into the chest. The chest comes down towards the floor and there's a little bit of a bend through the middle of your spine. Imagine someone was pulling your hips back so you feel nice and long as you keep trying to get that chin to the mat. I'm going to take just one or two more breaths here. Next time you inhale, lift your body up. Take your right hand, thread it through the left side. A modified thread the needle. You're going to rest on the right shoulder, the right side of your head. You're going to be twisting through the torso, reaching that right hand towards the left foot. And then taking some nice deep inhalations here, just allowing your body to open. And then as you exhale, because you're compressing and you're twisted through the torso, it's easy to squeeze the air out of your body. You're also rotating through the neck as you keep that right side of your head onto the mat. Doing your best to fill up your lungs so you can fully exhale. You're going to come out of this side. We're going to inhale, lift up, hand comes back to the top, exhale, lower your chin down. Inhale, come back up. Now take the left hand, thread it through towards the right foot. And then you close your eyes and you just breathe here. Rotating through the torso, through the spine, doing your best to breathe, maybe keeping your eyes closed because you can. And you just feel this in your body, inhaling to create space and opening, even though it's a little bit harder because you're twisting and your lungs are compressed. What should be easier is squeezing the air out of your body. Pushing all that stale air out of your body, detoxifying when you exhale. We're going to hold here for just a few more breaths. And then we're going to come out. You're going to inhale, lift yourself up. Left hand back to the top. Exhale. Now see if you can bend a little bit deeper after rotating through the spine. You should be able to come a little bit closer to the mat. Perfect. Now bring yourself into a tabletop. So your hands are going to come so that they're going to be basically below the shoulders. You're going to find your knees below the hips. And you can cycle through some cat-cows here. Inhaling to lift the chest and the tailbone. And then as you exhale, you're going to round the spine, hug the belly button up to the spine, arching the back towards the ceiling. Slow the breath down, slow the movement down. So the breath always leads the movement. Notice what happens as you inhale and flex. Maybe you hold for a second or two, and then exhale, rounding and arching. Oh, one more breath cycle, please. And then I want everyone to pause and to connect with their core. So I want you to gently lift the pelvic floor muscles so that you're squeezing the energy into your body. So you're lifting and holding the muscles just at the very lowest part of your core. So that would be the pelvic floor. Then the belly button is going to come in towards the spine, and you'll feel a little bit of a hug at the lower ribs right here, just above the hips. So with that engagement, that hugging of the core, that holding, it's not a hard working. You can still breathe into your belly pretty easily. We're going to start to flow with our breath. We're going to start by just curling our toes under. And you're just going to hover your knees just a couple of inches off the mat. You're really going to engage your core here, make yourself nice and strong. Keep your spine long, gazing to the mat so that the back of your neck feels long. And we're going to just move. So our inhalations are going to lift our hips and straighten our legs. Pushing the heels down, then you exhale, bring those knees back down to hover. We'll do that 3 more times. Inhale, straighten the legs. Hips come up high. Then you exhale, hover the knees. Let's do that 2 more times. Of course, you're following your breath, but trying to slow it down. Once more, and we're going to hold this down dog. So it might be a little bit shorter than what you would used to. Resist the urge to spread your hands and feet further apart and just hold this slightly shorter down dog. Walk it out where you're straightening one leg at a time, bending the opposite knee. The straight leg takes most of the weight, and you just can move either quickly if that feels good, or nice and slow. Just getting the fluids moving through the legs, through the hips, the knees, the ankles. Perfect. And then you're going to hold still. We're going to kick up our right leg, coming into 3-legged down dog. So when we do a Vinyasa Flow class, we're going to do quite a few Vinyasas, and some of them will have us lift up our leg and come to 3-legged down dog. Push that left heel down. Kick the right heel up, bring your chest towards the thigh. Equal weight in both hands. Then as you keep lifting the right leg till your hips stack, then you're going to bend at the knee so the foot comes to the left. You're going to stay in fire hydrant pose. You're going to take 3 breaths here. Straighten the right leg, lower that leg down, hold down dog. If you want to take a quick child's resting pose, you go ahead and do that. Eventually we want to come into 3-legged with our left leg to the ceiling. So we're pushing that left heel up to the ceiling, right heel comes down to the mat. You want that left leg to be straight. You want the hip and the toes pointing to the floor. You want to breathe here. Chest comes towards the thigh. Then you keep lifting the left leg till your hips stack. Then you bend at the knee so the foot comes to the right. Equal weight in both hands. Push your chest towards that right thigh. Keep lifting the left knee, pushing the right heel down. Then you're going to straighten the leg, lower it. Pull yourself forward into a plank. So now you might need to walk your feet back or walk your hands forward. We're going to hold and slowly lower down. You can lower down from your knees or from your toes, counting from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, land. Keeping your hands just below the shoulders, chin can rest on the mat. Rolling your shoulders up and back. We're going to inhale, lift into a cobra. Exhale to lower. And that 3 more times. Inhale, lift a little higher every time. Exhale, lower. If you want to go deeper and put a little bit of weight into your hands, you can do that for a deeper back bend. One more time. And you're going to lower down. We're going to work back strength like I always like to do when we do a cobra. So without putting any weight in your hands, peel your chest up. Don't lift the chin, keep it neutral. And bringing the elbows in towards the waist, pulling those shoulder blades down and closer together. Use the back muscles, lift yourself up higher. There's no weight in the hands. Your hands can just rest on the mat, but you're not pushing into them. You can come up higher, squeeze the back muscles, and also think of pushing your belly just between the hips. Push down so you can lift up higher. For 3, 2, exhale to relax. Perfect. Curl your toes. We're going to push back up into a plank, so the top of a push-up. And we're going to do one more back bend. So when we do our vinyasa and I say back bend, you can do cobra or you can do up dog. Practicing up dog, you're going to exhale, come down halfway, and then scoop up onto the tops of your feet, coming into this back bend. This doesn't work for everyone, so if this isn't right for you, you're going to do cobra. Now everyone exhale to our down dog, holding here. Again, you can walk it out or hold it still, it's up to you. We're going to take our gaze to the top of the mat, and we'll practice hopping to the top of the mat. So before we hop our feet there, we're going to practice little donkey kicks, where you just practice kicking your own butt with your heels. You do that 3 or 4 times, and then you look to the top of the mat, and you give it a try. You just hop your feet towards your hands, and you straighten your legs, bring your hands to your shins, inhale to lengthen. And we're going to pause here, just letting ourselves rest in this standing forward fold. You can hold onto opposite elbows, letting your head hang down heavy, straightening out the spine, lifting the sit bones to the sky, pushing down towards the feet push down into the mat. Just let yourself hang heavy. You can move around if that feels good. Eventually, just come to stillness. Pause here. Another thing we can do before we lift ourselves up is interlace our fingers. And then using your hands, just wiggle the back of your head. Haven't really twisted out our neck, so it might feel good to just rotate the head from side to side, maintaining that engagement through the core so you're protecting your lower back. And you're just rotating the head around, tucking the chin and releasing. Just working out any kinks that might be. And once again, you release your hands down. We're going to take a little bend through the knees. You want to keep your feet hip distance apart. Hug that core. Unroll your spine one vertebrae at a time until finally you come to stand at the top of your mat. You're going to stand in a mountain pose. I think my head is cut off, so I'm going to lift up my camera just a little. Okay, so you want to stand at the top of your mat in a mountain pose. Hands are going to be down by your side, pushing down through the feet, closing your eyes, dropping back down into the body, connecting to your breath. Palms face forward. There's a little bit of a lift to your heart. And we'll start to flow. So one breath per movement. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Exhale as you swan dive down. Hands to your shins. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to the top. Step just the right foot back. Drop that knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, kick the left leg up, three-legged down dog. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, forward into a plank. Then you exhale to chaturanga down, all the way for cobra, halfway for up dog. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Right leg up as you inhale. You're gonna hold it here. And we're gonna start to flow. You're gonna exhale, pull that knee forward. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, pull it forward. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, pull it forward, pause here, and then drop the knee down. We're going to be coming into a gate pose. I'm going to turn around so you guys can see me properly. So you keep that right knee to the floor. You're extending the left leg behind you. You can take your foot off so that your shin is angled, and the right hand is going to come below the shoulder. You can take your left arm and reach forward, and then lift the left leg up. You want this leg parallel to the ceiling, straight and strong as you push out through the heel, and reach the left fingers forward. Inhale, once again, lengthening, stretching out the left side of your body, thumb faces the ceiling. As you stretch, you feel a stretch through the armpit, and then the fingers reach away as you kick back through the heel. Then bring that left hand up. You can hold here in this traditional gate pose for a few breaths, just pulling that shoulder back so you feel the opening through the chest, or bending the knee back, reaching back with the left hand to grab a hold of the ankle or the foot. Kick up, kick back, breathe deeply. If you are holding onto the foot, you want to pull back so you feel the opening through the shoulder, through the chest, lengthening the quadricep and the bicep. If you are holding the foot, let's release. Kick back, reach the arm up, reach the arm forward, then drop the hand down, drop the knee down. We're going to do another vinyasa. So we're going to extend our legs. We're going to lift up into down dog. Look to the top of the mat. Pop your feet once again towards your hands. Hands to shins, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale to swan dive down. Hands to shins, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat. Step the left foot back, drop that knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, right leg to the ceiling. Exhale to lower that foot down. Inhale, forward into a plank. Exhale as you chaturanga down. And then you do a back bend. And then you exhale to down dog. Then you kick up the left leg as you inhale. And then we flow. Exhale, pull it forward, plank. Inhale, kick up. 2 more times. Exhale, pull it forward. One last time. This time you're going to hold the knee here and drop it down. You're going to come into a gate pose now on the left side. You're going to take this left foot so your shin is angled. Hand is below the shoulder, extending the right leg. Reach the right hand forward. Thumb faces the ceiling, then you lift up the right leg. Push out through that heel, reaching the fingers forward. You're holding here, just stretching your body. I'm going to turn myself around so you have a front view. Lengthen, reach forward, push back through the heel, breathing here. Then take your hand up to the ceiling, pulling your shoulder back, opening through the chest and either holding here, or if you want to bend the knee, reach back with your hand, kick up, kick back, breathe deeply. If you're not grabbing a hold of the foot, you stay in that gate pose. If you are holding the foot, go deeper, kick up, kick back, breathe, opening through the shoulder, lengthening the quadricep and the bicep. And now we're going to release, kick that leg back, reach the hand forward, stretch it out. Exhale, lower the hand down. We're going to come back into a plank. We're going to inhale, exhale, down dog. We'll do that a few times. Inhale, forward. Exhale, down dog. 2 more times. Inhale, forward. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, down dog, and hold. Again, you can walk it out or hold it still or drop into child's pose. We're here for 3 more breaths. Lengthening your legs, lengthening the spine. And then looking to the top of the mat, and once again, we're going to practice that hopping forward. You just hop your feet towards your hands. Hands come to the shins, inhale, lengthen. Hold here. We're going to come into some side twists. We're going to keep both legs straight, arms are straight, back is flat, lengthening the spine. And you're going to bend into the left leg, left hand's going to come just below your face. You're going to extend the right arm to the ceiling, twisting here, taking a few breaths. Bringing your body close to your legs. Reaching up, maybe taking your gaze up, pulling that right shoulder back. Pausing here to enjoy a few nice deep breaths. And exhale, lower that hand down. Bring both hands to your shins, lengthen and straighten the legs and the arms, flatten the back. Lengthening the spine, engaging the core, lengthening the backs of your legs. And you exhale, bend into the right knee, right hand comes below the face, left leg stays straight, left arm goes up, you twist now to the opposite side. Reaching up with that left hand, pulling that left shoulder back, breathing here. Exhale to lower the hand down. We're going to flow once again, hands to shins, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to stand. Right away, exhale, forward fold. Hands to your shins, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat. Right foot steps back, drop the knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, left leg to the ceiling. Exhale, lower that leg down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Hold it here in a pulse as you push that right heel up. Keep that leg long and strong. Then look to the top. Step the foot forward, drop the back knee. Inhale, lift your arms up. Your hips come forward and down. You lift your heart, but keep your chin tucked. It's the heart that lifts. Your arms are straight and strong, right up to the ceiling. Taking a few breaths here. Perfect. Exhale your hands to the inside. We're also going to pause and take a few breaths here, just letting our hips open up. You can stay on your hands or drop down to your forearms. You're going to close your eyes and take 3 nice, deep, long breaths. And come back up onto your hands, keeping the hands to the inside of the left foot. You want to have your feet hip distance apart. Curl your back toes, lift that right knee, then plant that foot down. You want your feet to be heel to heel alignment. Your right hand is to the inside of the right foot. Left arm up to the ceiling for a side angle pose. We're going to pause here. Reaching up with that left hand, pulling that left shoulder back, pushing through the feet, keeping the right knee stacked above the ankle. Then you can do some circles with your arm. After you've done about 2 or 3 in one direction, you're going to circle the opposite way and then bring the hand back up. Engage your core, push into your feet, come right up to a warrior 2. So you want to keep this knee basically stacked above the ankle. You want to keep your shoulders above the hips. You want to engage your core, push through the back edge of that back leg, extend your arms away, take your gaze forward. Exhale to deepen. Pulsing here, just finding that nice deep bend in that front knee. Basically trying to get this thigh parallel to the ceiling. Hold, relax the shoulders, relax the face and the gaze. And exhale, come forward, back to side angle, the hand reaches up and then forward. Thumb faces the ceiling, lengthening the left side of the body. For 3, 2, exhale, hands come down, pivoting on that back foot, inhale. Exhale, step forward, hands to shins, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, we'll do the other side. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale as you swan dive down, hands to the shins, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left foot steps back, drop the knee down, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, kick the right leg to the ceiling. Exhale to lower it down. Inhale, forward into a plank. Exhale as you chaturanga down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg, left leg up, sorry. And then exhale as you step the left foot forward, dropping the back right knee. Inhale, arms come up, so your left leg is forward. Lifting the heart, pushing the hips forward and down, pulling the shoulders down, breathing deeply here. Exhale your hands to the inside of the left foot. You can stay up on your hands if you want, or if you need a little bit more intensity, you can absolutely drop down to your forearms, close your eyes, everyone, and take 3 deep breaths here, just coaxing some opening through our hips. You're on your forearms, come back up onto your hands. They stay on the mat to the inside of the left foot. Curl your back toes, lift that knee, then pivot the foot down, heel to heel alignment. Back foot is parallel to the back edge. Left hand stays to the inside. Right arm starts up, right up towards the ceiling, pulling that shoulder back. Leaning back through the heart, pushing down through the feet. You can do circles with your arms. 2 or 3 in one direction, and then reverse, bringing the hand right back up, pull the shoulder back, take your gaze up, and engage your core, push down through the feet, inhale, lift up, warrior 2. Then you want a deep bend in that front knee, so you might pulse here, finding that depth, pushing through that back foot, then holding, extending the arms, gazing forward, staying strong through the core, deeper bend in that front knee. Relaxing the shoulders and the face. You're going to come forward, hand comes to the inside, right hand reaches forward. Lengthening, breathing. And you exhale, your hands come to the top of the mat, pivot on that back foot as you inhale. Exhale, step forward, hands to shins, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, inhale all the way up. We're going to pause in a mountain pose before we do one more sequence. We're going to take our time. We're going to settle into our body, bring our toes to touch. And then you work on dropping the tailbone, settling down from the hips all the way to the feet. There's downward pressure. Really grounding yourself down. From there, the side body and the spine are nice and tall, nice and long, but the shoulders are relaxed. There's a lift to the heart as your shoulder blades come a little bit closer together. Back of your neck feels long. Close your eyes, keep your palms open. Just let yourself feel grounded and centered, connected to your body. We're going to do one more vinyasa. Let's open up our eyes. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Exhale as you swan dive down. Hands to the shins, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to the top. Step the right foot back, drop the knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, left leg to the ceiling. Exhale to lower it down. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale as you chaturanga down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Drop that back knee. Inhale, arms come up. We're going to pause here. Pull our shoulders down. Lift our heart. Push our hips forward. And breathe. Stay connected to the body, to the breath, to your intention. Hands come down as you exhale, either side of that front foot. You're going to lift the back knee. Your left hand is going to stay just below the shoulder. Your right hand is going to reach up to the ceiling, so you'll be in a revolved side angle. You're going to really engage your core muscles. Pull that shoulder back, maybe take your gaze up to the ceiling. Keep this knee stacked above the ankle, and that back leg is strong. Hip distance between the feet. Now scooping up the core, strong, push down through the feet, lift up in a revolved warrior two. So now the left hand is forward, right hand is back, and you're twisted to the right side. We're going to come into a prayer twist. So this left hand comes to the outside of the right knee, stacking the right hand, getting that knee right into the armpit, pushing the hands together, keeping that back leg straight and strong. I'm going to pause here, and then I'm going to step that back foot forward. If you come out of the twist, that's okay, just come back. I'm going to inhale, step the foot forward, come back to that twist. Sitting your bum nice and low. You can spread your arms apart if that feels comfortable. We're holding for 3 breaths. Sometimes pushing your hands together can make for a nice deep twist. Or pulling them apart. If you spread your hands apart, bring them together. Keep your bum low. Turn to face forward. We're coming into Utkatasana. Extending our arms, pushing into our feet, spreading those feet apart. Lifting the heart, dropping the bum. Pull those shoulders down. Inhale, nice and tall. Arms reach up, straighten the legs. Coming into a back bend. Exhale, your hands come to your lower back. Push your hips forward. Lift your heart. It doesn't hurt your neck. Let your head fall back. Lifting the heart like you're going over a giant beach ball. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands come down. Other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale as you swan dive down. Hands to your shins. Inhale, lengthen the arms. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat. Step the left foot back. Drop the knee down. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, right leg to the ceiling. Exhale, lower that leg down. Inhale into a plank. Exhale to chaturanga down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale to step it forward. Drop the back knee. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Lift your heart, push your hips forward. Pull your shoulders down. Deep breaths. Strong arms, strong core. Exhaling your hands to either side of that front foot. We're going to lift our back knee. We're going to keep this knee stacked above the ankle. This hand will stay just below the shoulder. Then you're going to twist yourself open to the left. You're going to engage your core nice and strong, pushing into that front foot, lightening the load, and using your core strength, lift yourself up to a revolved warrior two. Left hand back, right hand forward, twisted to the left. Taking a few breaths here. Then prayer twist, right hand to the outside of the left knee, stacking the hands, pushing into them, twisting. Keep your hands together, because in a few breaths, we're stepping that back foot forward. So you're going to shift the weight into the front foot. Then inhale, right foot just by the left. Sit your bum down, twist to the left. You can keep your hands together to twist deeply or spread them apart if that allows for a deeper twist. But you want to make sure you feel stable and secure. Bum nice and low. If you spread your hands apart, bring them together. Sit your bum low. Face forward for Utkatasana, reaching your hands forward, pull your shoulders back, lift your heart, lower your bum. Think of your feet pushing the weight to the outsteps of the feet so you feel that through the hip flexors. Lift your heart, lower your bum. Perfect. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to your lower back for a nice back bend. Push those hips forward. Lift your heart, lean back. Like you're going over a beach ball. Every time you inhale, you lift your heart to the ceiling, and then you bend into your back. Inhale to come up. Exhale, release your hands. Inhale, arms come up. We're almost done. Exhale as you swan dive down. Hands to your shins, inhale, lengthen. Slightly different vinyasa, hands to the top, and then you hop or step both feet back for a plank. You're going to inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale into a back bend. You want to hold it for a few breaths. This will be our last back bend. And when you feel ready, you're going to transition to down dog, holding here. Then dropping to your knees, we're going to do some seated forward folds. I'm going to face you, but you can, of course, leave your legs onto the mat. We're going to start with our feet together, nice and close to our body. So in a butterfly pose. You can interlace your fingers and hold onto the bottoms of your feet. Then you engage your core nice and strong. You think of rolling your pelvis forward. Relax your shoulders, lengthening the spine, and then you come forward. There's a little bit of a tuck to your chin. And you just push down with the legs, reach forward, keeping that back flat, that core engaged, feeling that nice opening through the inner thighs, relaxing the shoulders, eyes are closed. Every time you inhale, imagine you're lengthening the spine. And as you exhale, you can fold forward, deepening the stretch. One breath at a time. Shoulders relaxed, faces relaxed, eyes are closed. And then we're going to inhale and lift ourselves up. Keeping the feet together, you're just going to pull them away from your body. Let they're about 3 hand lengths away. Again, we're going to stretch out our outer hip flexors, so you want to bring the weight forward. You want to keep that spine long and the back flat, engaging your core. Your hands can come to your feet or to your shins. You need to take your hands underneath to grab the bottoms of your feet. But the idea here is to pull yourself forward so you can feel that stretch through the outer hip flexors. Tuck your chin, breathe deeply. Letting yourself settle and relax in this pose, using your breath so that you can feel the stretch in the outer hip flexors, inhaling to create length in those muscles, exhaling any tension away, lengthening the spine, bringing yourself down, deepening the pose, holding with your eyes closed. Breathing deeply. Inhale to come up. And then keeping your legs, your feet together, just push your legs down. Lift your toes up so you're flexing your feet. Lengthen the backs of your legs as you push out through the heels. Feel those sit bones push down into the ground. Engage your core. We're going to stretch out our hamstrings, reaching for our feet or our calves. Tucking your chin, lengthening the spine, taking a few breaths here. So again, there's a little bit of engagement through the core, so you're protecting your lower back, giving your hamstrings a nice stretch as you pull the shoulders down, keeping the back flat, the chest lifted, so that you're able to lengthen the spine, and then you should feel that right through the hamstrings. Inhaling length, exhaling any tension away, relaxing into the shape, bringing your chest towards the thighs. Shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. The muscles in your face are relaxed. You're just connecting with the sensations of lengthening the hamstrings. And then for the last few breaths, you can absolutely stay here, lengthening the spine, lengthening the hamstrings. Or if you wanted to round a little bit to your back, bringing your forehead towards your knees, so your back is now curved. That's okay. You can stretch out the back a little bit, breathing into the back side of your body. If you don't want to do that and you would rather maintain a lifted heart, and you want to keep the stretch in the hamstrings, you can do that. If you want to transfer the stretch a little bit into the background, and then breathe. Close your eyes. Deep inhalations to open up the back body, exhaling the tension out of the body. Then release. You can either lift yourself or uncurl your spine. Coming to sit. But then going to bend our knees, planting our feet onto the mat. We're going to engage our core and slowly lower our bodies all the way down. Pausing here, we're going to do some bridge poses. I know some of you, Mark, for example, likes to do wheels, so you can take your time to do that. Let's measure the distance to our feet. So you want to have your hand on the mat. You want to be able to graze the backs of your heels. Then you'll know you have the right distance between your feet and from your feet to your hips. Then I want you to engage your core, flatten out your back, stay strong through that core. Then lift your hips up off the mat. So the idea here is that you're bringing the sternum towards the chin. Now you can bring your hands together, interlacing your fingers, and roll onto the shoulders. And then you're lifting your hips, pushing your chest towards the chin, pushing into the arms, pushing into the feet, lifting the hips higher. If you're doing a wheel pose, your hands are behind you. And I'm not going to cue that because if you're doing that on your own, you can go ahead and do that. Those of us in bridge are pushing our hands down, feet down, lifting our hips higher, taking 3 breaths here. Then you're slowly going to lower, release your hands, lowering your spine 1 vertebrae at a time, and all the way down. So that's a nice heart opener, a nice back bend. We're going to do some spinal twists now. So again, we're measuring our feet. So they're that same distance where your middle finger creates the heel. You're going to push down into your feet. You're going to lift your hips up just a couple of inches. Shift your hips over to the left, and then drop them back down. Then your knees are going to fall to the right. You can stack your legs one on top of the other. Extend that left arm and take your gaze over towards the left. So knees are to the right, gaze is to the left. You can take your right hand, bring your legs a little bit closer together if you like. The important thing here is to close your eyes, close your mouth, breathe deeply, letting yourself settle into this nice spinal twist. Keep rotating your head so you're looking more and more to the left. Knees stay to the right. And you're trying to send your breath into your belly. Resetting our lower backs, resetting our hips. Come to a spinal twist on the other side. So bringing your feet back down on the mat. Once again, measuring that distance where you can raise the backs of your heels. Lifting your hips up by about 2 inches, shifting them over to the right this time, then lowering your hips down. Dropping your knees over to the left, extend your arm to the right, your gaze to the right. Pausing here as you breathe. Eyes are closed, rotating through that neck as you really exaggerate the turn of your head towards the left. Knees are to the left. Nice deep belly breaths. Then we're going to come out of this spinal twist, lifting our knees back up. We're going to come into a reclined butterfly. So the soles of the feet touch, the knees splay open, your hands rest down by your side around the tops of your hands, palms face up, your eyes are closed. And you're just going to focus on your breath. I'd like you to really control your breath now. I'd like you to inhale for a certain count and match the exhalation to the inhalation. And then you can add another step where you pause between the inhalations and the exhalations. So you inhale for a count, pause for a second or two, exhale for the same count, pause for a second or two, and begin again. If you want to extend your pauses so they're the same duration, the same count as the inhalation and the exhalation, you can try that. But for some people, that just upsets their breathing and doesn't feel comfortable. But if you feel comfortable slowing your breath down to that extent, try that. Maybe follow 2 more breath cycles, nice and slow, and then make your way to Shavasana. So to come into Shavasana, you want to extend your legs the length and the width of your mat. You want your hands to stay down by your side. You want to get comfortable so you won't have to fidget as we hold here. Letting our body really relax, deeply relax. You don't want to control your breath anymore, so let go of any control of your breathing, but keep your mouth closed. Stay breathing in and out through the nose. Just letting your body breathe naturally. Keep your attention and your awareness and your focus on the breath. Letting the body settle down, feeling heavy through the limbs, through the torso, through the hips, through the glutes, through the back of the head. Everything feels heavy. Your bones, your muscles, everything is heavy. There's no muscular engagement. Just resting, keeping your body still, keeping your mind to the breath. Yourself relax completely. Feeling every time you exhale, you're more deeply. I'll call you out of your Shavasana when it's time. If you would like to stay for longer, you can always mute me. Just enjoy a longer Shavasana. It's time to make our way out of Shavasana. So if you're closing the practice with me, you can deepen your next inhalation. Exhale out of the mouth. Bring some movement back into your fingers and toes and rotate your wrists and your ankles. Extend your arms overhead, reaching and stretching, inviting in a yawn. And then we bend our knees, plant our feet on the mat, and with our knees bent, we roll over onto the right side so we can come into a fetal pose. Your head can be resting on your right bicep. Taking a few breaths here, just allowing your body to re-energize and also rejuvenate. And then using your hands, push yourself up into a seated pose. Finding a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you, whether your legs are crossed or not, it doesn't matter. Bringing your hands together to heart center. Gently bowing your head down towards your heart. Connecting with your body and your breath. Staying in your body and staying present. Connecting with any other intention you may have had. And taking this time to express gratitude. Gratitude for your yoga practice, your health, your fitness. Being really grateful that you made this time for yourself to spend this hour doing yoga. Wonderful thing that you did for yourself today. So be grateful that you did that for yourself. And then think of all the people and things that you are grateful for. Express your gratitude for that. And I always like to take this time to express my gratitude to all the people who joined me virtually. I just want to say thank you. It's a pleasure, an honor, and a privilege to lead these practices. Virtually, recorded, live, it's always good. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much.